Hey, what's up, guys? Steve here. And today we're going to take a look at the 50 highest selling 1987 through 1994 Michael Jordan basketball cards from the Fanatics weekly auction that ended on March 30th. And we'll kick today's list off at number 50 with this 1994 Upper Deck Heroes Michael Jordan, card number 41. This was a PSA 9 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $31.20. Up next at number 49 is this 1993 Hoops featuring Michael Jordan, the Mailman, and the Human highlight film with card number 283. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $33.60. Coming in at number 48 is this 1991 Upper Deck Magic Johnson vs. Michael Jordan, card number 34. This was a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $34.80. Up next at number 47 is Michael Jordan's 1993 Upper Deck Skylights with card number 466. This was a PSA 8 that received 6 bids, and it sold for $37.20. Coming in at number 46 is this 1994 Skybox Emotion Michael Jordan, card number 100. This was a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it also sold for $37.20. Up next at number 45 is Michael Jordan's 1991 Upper Deck East All-Star card with card number 452. This was a PSA 10 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $42. Coming in at number 44 is this 1993 Fleer Michael Jordan Sharpshooter, card number 3. This was a PSA 9 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $43.20. Up next at number 43 is this 1991 Skybox Michael Jordan, card number 572. This was a PSA 10 that received 27 bids, and it also sold for $43.20. Coming in at number 42 is this 1993 Skybox Premium Center Stage Michael Jordan, card number CS1. This was a PSA 8 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $44.40. Coming in at number 41 is Michael Jordan's 1991 Fleer Pro Visions with card number 2. This was a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $45.60. And kicking off the top 40 of today's list is this 1992 Topps Gold Michael Jordan, card number 3. This gold parallel was in a PSA 9 that received 21 bids, and it sold for $48 even. We get our first Jordan from the 1980s at number 39 with Michael Jordan's 1988 Fleer sticker with sticker number 7. This was a PSA 7 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $51.60. Up next at number 38 is this 1993 Skybox Premium Dynamic Dunks Michael Jordan, card number D4. This was a PSA 8 that received 9 bids, and it sold for $51.60. Coming in at number 37 is this 1991 Skybox USA Michael Jordan, card number 534. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $52.80. Up next at number 36 is this 1988 Fournier Basketball Michael Jordan, card number 22. This was an SGC 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $57.60. Coming in at number 35 is Michael Jordan's 1993 Stadium Club Beam Team insert with card number 4. This Jordan was in an SGC authenticated slab that received 9 bids, and it sold for $64.80. Up next at number 34 is this 1993 Skybox Premium Michael Jordan, card number 14. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it also sold for $64.80. Coming in at number 33 is this 1991 Skybox Michael Jordan, card number 583. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $67.20. We're back to the late 1980s at number 32 with Michael Jordan's 1988 Fleer base card with card number 17. This Jordan was in a PSA 7 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $67.20. Coming in at number 31 is this 1991 Upper Deck Bulls checklist featuring Michael Jordan with card number 75. This was a PSA 10 that received 25 bids, and it sold for $69.60. And kicking off the top 30 of today's list is this 1992 Topps Michael Jordan, card number 205. This was a PSA 10 that received 16 bids, and it also sold for just short of $70. Up next at number 29 is this 1994 Bleachers 23 karat Michael Jordan. This was an SGC 8 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $74.40. We're back to the inaugural 1991 Upper Deck basketball set at number 28 with Michael Jordan's base card with card number 44. This was a PSA 10 that received 29 bids, and it also sold for $74.40. Coming in at number 27 is this 1992 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 238. This was a PSA 10 that received 25 bids, and it sold for just short of $80. Up next at number 26 is this 1990 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 26. This was a BGS 9.5 that received 31 bids, and it sold for $93.60. Coming in at number 25 is this 1991 Hoops USA Michael Jordan, card number 579. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $93.60. Up next at number 24 is this 1992 Upper Deck International Italian Michael Jordan, card number 118. This was a PSA 10 that received 24 bids, and it sold for $98.40. Coming in at number 23 is Michael Jordan's All-Star card from the 1989 Hoops basketball set with card number 21. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for just over $100. Up next at number 22 is Michael Jordan's sticker from the 1987 Fleer basketball set with sticker number 2. This was a PSA 7 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $103.20. Coming in at number 21 is this 1993 Ultra All-Defensive Team Michael Jordan, card number 2. This was a PSA 8 that received 5 bids, and it sold for $112.80. And kicking off the top 20 of today's list is this 1993 Finest Michael Jordan, card number 1. This was a PSA 9 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $112.80. Up next at number 19 is this 1993 Ultra Michael Jordan, card number 30. This was a PSA 10 that received 41 bids, and it sold for $117.60. Coming in at number 18 is this 1989 Fleer Michael Jordan sticker, sticker number 3. This was a PSA 9 that received 34 bids, and it sold for $138. Up next at number 17 is this 1991 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 29. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $180. Coming in at number 16 is Michael Jordan's 1992 Ultra, card number 216. This was a PSA 10 that received 23 bids, and it also sold for $180. Up next at number 15 is this 1992 Upper Deck Michael Jordan, card number 23. This was a PSA 10 that received 31 bids, and it sold for $210. Coming in at number 14 is Michael Jordan's 1992 Stadium Club Beam Team insert with card number 1. This Jordan was in an SGC 7 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $300. Up next at number 13 is Michael Jordan's 1990 Panini sticker with sticker number K. This was a PSA 10 that received 16 bids, and it also sold for $300 even. We're headed back to the late 1980s for the next couple cards, starting at number 12, with Michael Jordan's All-Star card from the 1988 Fleer basketball set with card number 120. This was a PSA 9 that received 52 bids, and it sold for $420. Coming in at number 11 is this 1987 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 59. This was a PSA 8 that received 25 bids, and it sold for $468. And kicking off the top 10 of today's list is this 1993 Ultra All-NBA Michael Jordan, card number 2. This was a PSA 10 that received 20 bids, and it sold for $552. Up next at number 9 is this 1991 Nike Michael Jordan and Spike Lee Stay in School, card number 4. This was a PSA 10 that received 21 bids, and it sold for $810. Coming in at number 8 is Michael Jordan's base card from the 1989 Fleer basketball set with card number 21. This was a PSA 10 that received 23 bids, and it sold for $1,020. Up next at number 7 is this 1993 Ultra Scoring Kings Michael Jordan, card number 5. This Jordan was in a PSA 8 that received 25 bids, and it also sold for just over $1,000. Coming in at number 6 is this 1991 Fleer 3D Rapper Redemption Michael Jordan, card number 29 3D. This was a BGS 9 that received 39 bids, and it sold for just short of $2,000. Alright guys, and before we get to the top 5, I did pull aside 4 quick bonus cards to share with you today. We'll start off with Michael Jordan's 1989 Hoops with card number 200. This was a PSA 9 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $28.80. Up next is Jordan's 1991 Hoops All-Star with card number 253. This was a PSA 9 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $26.40. For our third bonus card, I found this 1992 Fleer All-Stars Michael Jordan, card number 6. This was a PSA 6 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $25.20. And for our fourth and final bonus card, we get this 1992 Impale Olympic Cards Michael Jordan, card number 12. This was a PSA 8 that received 6 bids, and it also sold for $25.20. And kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1993 Ultra Inside Outside Michael Jordan, card number 4. This was a PSA 10 that received 23 bids, and it sold for $4,080. Up next at number 4 is this 1992 Fleer Team Leader Michael Jordan, card number 4. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $6,300. Coming in at number 3 is Michael Jordan's Refractor from the 1994 Finest basketball set with card number 331. This refractor that had the protective coating was in a PSA 10 that received 41 bids, and it sold for $12,600. Up next at number 2 is this 1992 Fleer Total D Michael Jordan, card number 5. This was a PSA 10 that received 22 bids, and it sold for $13,800. And if you think that was a big price jump at cards number 3 and 2, coming in at number 1 is this 1993 Ultra Scoring Kings Michael Jordan Auto, card number 5. This card that was authenticated by PSA, given a 9 grade for the auto, received 112 bids, and it sold for $78,000. Wow. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.